tanto jugando suelto como en competición. Tanto si se trata de un rápido 9 hoyos o de un gran 36. Tanto si juegas bajo presión o arrasando, siempre das lo mejor de ti. Nuevo Fuel de FootJoy.
All right, we'd like to welcome our 2022 Mexico Open at Vidanta champion, Mr. Jon Rahm. What a great week we've had here at Vidanta. There's some wonderful names on this trophy, Jon, and you've just added yours to it. It's your first win of the season. You've moved to number 6 in the FedEx Cup. And this is your, I think, your 7th victory, but the 6th season in a row where you've had a victory. Just how meaningful is it to win in Mexico in front of all your fans here?
It's 7th or 8th, depends who you ask. It's, you know, I'm honored. I was close to winning at Chapultepec a couple times. I had a chance, and I didn't quite get it done. And I feel like there was something left every time I left, right? And I know I could get it done, and I came this week wanting to do it. I've spoken in length about the importance of Sebi and his impact in the game of golf, and how, you know, I play because of him. And nowadays, you know, we have a much bigger reach. The PGA Tour becoming a bigger tour, and with social media, we're worldwide stars, bigger than they were in the past. And I feel like I can make some impact in Mexico as well. And Mexico deserves a good event, and you can even see golf growing in Mexico as well. So it's a true honor to be able to come here and in this first edition of the event be the champion. It was a wonderful week. It's a wonderful resort for anybody watching here that is doubting about play, and I say come, because just coming to the resort is just worth it. And the golf course, it's a lengthy golf course and it's in pristine shape. So it's a highly recommended week in my book. I'll be back, obviously, and you know, it feels good to get this first win done. Early in the season, I had a couple chances and I couldn't close it out, and today was a battle, but I got it done.
Well, you're right. We've certainly all been treated to some wonderful hospitality, but I want to talk about the round today. And there were some moments, I think, especially number 14, perhaps, that was a bit of a turning point for you. But just talk about the day, and you know, was there any stage during the round where you looked at the leaderboard and thought, I better sort of get moving here, or you sort of had control most of the week and maybe today as well?
Well, Thursday, Friday, I played amazing, and I was in incredible control of my game. And it seemed like really nothing could go wrong. Yesterday, I played really good tee to green, just couldn't make the putts. And today, felt good, but I just quite couldn't get started. I was making good swings early on and wasn't quite hitting it as close as I wanted to, and didn't really have the best chances to make the putts. Got going. I mean, played 6, 7, and 8, and 9 beautifully. I just, you know, that stretch, I made those birdies on 6 and 7, but 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 is where I think could be a key stretch. I felt like if you play those holes before getting to 12 under par, you're gaining on the field. And I had my chances. I had my putts, and I just didn't make them. I think that could have been where I could have extended my lead to 2 or 3 shots instead of just staying one ahead. And you know, it is what it is. I was still trying to be aggressive in the par 5s, and I couldn't get things done. But yeah, that birdie on 14 was key. You know, that was one good putt that I saw in, and it was a very, very good visual. And then making that par putt on 15 as well was massive, because if I hadn't given that stroke back after that tee shot, that would have been a big loss. And the only thing I keep going back to today is 17. I thought that putt was absolute center of the hole, and it just snapped left at the end. It would have been a lot easier to play 18 with a 2-shot lead, let me tell you, instead of being the stress that it was. But still, you know, I've had the enjoyable walk in the past, and I think this is the first time I had to, you know, kind of buckle up and finish it in style and strong, and I was able to do it. And, you know, I'll take it. My first wire-to-wire victory, and even though it was hard at the end, I'll take it.
Well, you managed it well, especially with that 2-putt on the last hole. It was a difficult putt up the hill. But
well, you know, I got to commend my good friend and sponsor, Serverleaf, and Ben Herman, who's the owner. We played a member guest last week, and the greens were rolling 17.5, and they were completely baked, and it was windy. So when I got to the hole where I believe because of the grandstands that green was a little drier, you know, a little bit more dead, I felt like at home. I mean, thanks to him, I got to that putt, and I'm like, oh, this is like what I did last week, every single hole, and I was actually more relaxed than expected. You know, I made 3 good birdie putts the first 3 days in 18, and I thought I made that putt, but you know, I felt confident I could lag it to tap it. So Ben you see this, thank you.
All right, we'll do a few more in English and then we'll switch to Spanish, and we'll start with Kevin over here.
John, congratulations. What did it mean to you to walk off the green and have your wife and son there and be able to experience the moment with them?
It was cool. It was great. At one point when I was reading the break, I saw Amanda kind of give way for Kelly and Kepa to walk up to the front. And I could only think, I better two-putt this to make sure we enjoy this moment. But, you know, it was really cool. You know, last time he was very young. This time he's still too young to remember. I was hoping to get that moment of him running towards me, but I think he got a little bit overwhelmed. But it's still, you know, still really cool that I can enjoy that with my family, you know, especially today when we're done. It's all said and done, we'll be able to enjoy it, even though he doesn't care one bit what happened. He still expects me to play and feed him and everything else, but it's really, really enjoyable. You know, it's a lot more fun and a lot more meaningful when you're there. And I'm sure it'll be even more when he can get an idea of what's going on.
What are some of the lessons you hope to impart? You know, as a dad, you have a kid and a second on the way, and kind of looking forward into fatherhood.
Copy mom, be more like mom. That's a general norm. I know I have my good qualities, but she's a heck of a person. And for my part, you know, to never give up, always be positive. I think that's one of my traits. Yes, I might seem frustrated sometimes. Yes, I might let some anger out and I might say some things, but I'm always hopeful and I'm always positive. And that was key today. I never lost faith. I never lost my approach and my confidence, and that's why I got it done.
Yeah, I've noticed this week you're pretty good at staying focused and competitive inside the ropes, and then when you get off the course, you're smiling more, you're having more of a good time. How are you able to switch that on and off so quickly?
Work. When it's go time, it's go time. When it's over, right? I've said it many times, I'm a very different person on and off the golf course, especially when we're competing on a Sunday. You know, that's the stressful part of the job. You'll see a much more serious face and a much more intense look outside. I consider myself very lucky to be in the position I'm in life, however hard I worked at it. I'm very fortunate, so I really, truly have no reason to be that intense or upset in any way. So, yeah, I mean, I'm always going to be smiling afterwards. I got a wonderful family and a wonderful life, so, I mean, again, I count my blessings, and there should be a difference, right, in and off the golf course. I mean, we're in there to do a job. It's a different mental state than off, so I don't know how or why I switched it so quickly, but it's just how it's always been.
Okay, just before we jump into Spanish, I just need to ask you a couple things. How does this set you up for the rest of the season now that you've got a victory on the year and going forward with your schedule?
Well, I think I'm not going to count the COVID year when we stopped. You know, it's been I guess last year it took me a little bit longer to win, but, you know, in the past, I've given myself a chance to win, and I've been able to do it early. This year I got close in Hawaii and Torrey, and since then, not really. So I'm happy. You know, I kept working hard even though the results weren't coming. I got a little tired of answering questions about stats and putting and short game and this and that. And
now you can talk about it.
And numbers. Yeah, exactly. It's just kind of how the game is. I knew I was improving. I was seeing results, and this week is proof of it right now. I think that Sunday with Tiger at Augusta gave me quite a bit of confidence. I was a little bit technical in my approach, right? A little too technical. I'm a field player, and that Sunday I told myself just go out there and hit the golf ball, make shots, make the swings you want to make, see the ball slide and execute. And I shot a 3 under without having my best stuff and a tough day, so I applied the same thing this week, right? Minimal technical thoughts and just visualizing the ball slide and the shot and getting back to my true self. And I truly saw the difference. You know, my iron game was really, really solid, especially into the wind. And you know, those shots on into the wind on 8, 9, 13 went long, but still great. And 17, I mean, they're not easy shots, and I was able to hit really, really good ones. So, you know, sometimes we deviate from our path, but this time we didn't. I'm happy to get my first win and back up there in the FedEx Cup standings and hopefully get my second one too.
Beautiful. And just lastly from me, you know, you talked to Fred out there and you mentioned, you know, another baby on the way. Just there's a saying you have in Spain. Can you just share that with us?
Oh yeah, I think I'm butchering it a little bit, but it's you know, babies come with a present under their arm, which I think the saying in Spanish is bread, meaning the present. But last time Kepa gave me the U.S. Open, and this next one, even before he's out, I got this win, right? So obviously it means something more meaningful in life than win a tournament, but I'll take it this way, and hopefully I can get another one before he comes out. But that's a little bit of the saying that goes in Spain.
Wonderful. All right, we appreciate it. We'll jump into Spanish.
El nuevo Pro SL no tiene clavos, pero tiene un agarre increíble. Con una plancha de carbono adicional para optimizar el retorno de energía y un nuevo y moderno diseño, el zapato original de máximo rendimiento sin clavos tiene algunas ventajas importantes.